excited about the ride and energy return of the Ultra Glide. I just was. It just felt springier and more energy return. And now, again, it's been a year since I scored. Onward and upward. Good morning, DGR. Come on now, testing out trail shoes. One day more, one day more. We're getting closer to getting back to full health. It's not, I actually had a doctor's appointment this week, but it's not quite back to full strength yet, okay? So thank you for, as always, the patience. But this battle, I don't think anybody pitched this idea to me. I just was curious between the Ultra Glide, a very, I'd say, exciting shoe of 2021. I think Salomon with the Ultra Glide was kind of awakening to the softening of the durometer and increasing the midsole stack height, and just, Salomon shoes have always been a little bit on the firmer side, a little more rigid, I'll say, under step. At least that's been my feeling under step. So I was very excited about the Ultra Glide. In fact, let's dive in. There's the drop on your screen for both shoes, tied across the board, and we got the Ultra Glide on the scale at, hold on, let me just make sure we're there, 9.2, 9.3 ounces, and here's the Pulsar Trail in my size, just confirming 9.2, 9.3. Very exciting. Ties across the board. Actually, I'm going to pull both of these off. Okay, there's the upper materials, and I'm going to say Ultra Glide is winning with respect to the construction quality. I'm already seeing just a little bit of fraying in that Pulsar Trail. I think it's a little too nimble, okay? You know how I don't like creasing there through the toe box, all right? So soak that in for the upper scores. It was a lockdown tie, but the overall did lean in the direction of the Ultra Glide. And the overlay through the toe box, hopefully you can see that there, just to keep a little more grime and grit out of the shoe. I leaned Ultra Glide, definitely. Okay, maybe we'll leave it there. Gosh, maybe, yeah, and a little, yep, okay, there it is again. A little more plush through the heel counter and heel tab of the Ultra Glide over there. We're looking at EVA and olefin. What is olefin? Does any scientists out there? Olefin. So it's an EVA and olefin blend, what they call their OBC midsole, all right, combo, all right, and it's in both of these shoes, great, but the Pulsar Trail does have a energy blade. It's a TPU blade. It's not, it's not carbon. And is it necessary? I don't think so. In fact, I was way more excited about the ride and energy return of the Ultra Glide. I just was. It just felt springier and more energy return. And now, again, it's been a year since I scored these shoes, and as you know, I don't look back as I'm scoring the Pulsar Trail of 2022. I don't go and compare notes to the Ultra Glide before scoring this one, looking back at this one. And anyway, so if I could only pick one ride, I would still lean, personally for me, Ultra Glide. And again, it gets down to that discussion about how often should we be training in shoes with plates, especially on the trails, especially on aggressive trails. I mean, here you see in the footage on your screen, like, we're not messing around when we're taking these shoes out for the 25 miles, 2,500 feet of testing for both of them. And I just lean Ultra Glide all day long. For that outsole, it's the lug positioning and the lug, the lug shape and positioning. I just prefer Ultra Glide. I do. I like this. I don't know if it's maybe a little more old school Salomon, but I felt a little more secure. I didn't feel it like I could bite the mountain as much in the Pulsar Trail, okay? So there's my score for the outsole. Let's jump on down. We got some comfort coming on, fit coming on as well. Fairly similar scores, but there you go. Split between the two shoes. Durability, I went a little more for the Pulsar Trail. I think it could have been a tie at the end of the day, but I did go a little more for the Pulsar Trail, given the fact that it is the same midsole material being used in both. You might be wondering, how would I use both of these shoes? Who is it best for? long runs on the trails, fairly aggressive trails, especially over here in the Ultra Glide. If I was, if I was training for a 50K, this would be a great training shoe. I wouldn't race in it, just a little too heavy. And that's where, let's pull it off, That's where the Saucony Endorphin Edge comes into play. It's about not quite an ounce lighter than the Salomon shoes we're talking about today, okay? So now for the price point, winner, chicken dinner right there. Pulsar Trail, good job, Salomon. Now I just want to, this is not the Pulsar Trail Pro. Don't own that shoe yet. This is just the Pulsar Trail. And actually, it's not to be confused with the Pulsar, okay? This was the shoe that I raced Pikes Peak in last year. Got the job done. I love this shoe. I'm not like doing backflips for this shoe. Now I would put this more in the racing shoe category. No plate in there, just straight midsole. It just was brilliant. It just was perfect and a lot lighter. Actually, let's put it on the scale for you real quick. Hold on, let's turn this on really quickly here. Woo! 5.8 ounces. That's why I was like, why did I race in it? That's why I raced in this shoe for Pikes Peak last year. All right, there you have it, everybody. Overall winner of the shoe battle. We're going Pulsar Trail for 3. There it is. Ultra Glide for 5. Category wins and then 2 ties. Pretty close overall, but lest we forget, the Ultra Glide almost made it into the 8th, almost made it into the shelf over there from 2021. Oh, it was close, and I don't know what the future holds for this lineup. I haven't heard exactly if they're gonna discontinue it and just go with a Pulsar Trail lineup. If you love the Ultra Glide and you can still find your size, by the way, they're linked below in the description, then I would pick up 2nd and 3rd and 4th pairs just in case they discontinue the Ultra Glide line. All right, there you have it. Comment of the day, question of the day, best riddle that you know. All right, Joseph just celebrated his 10th birthday. He received a riddle and joke book for his 10th birthday, and so that got me thinking, all right, what's the best riddle you know? I love a good riddle. Just get you thinking, all right? Let us know down in the comments. Comment of the day, Dan. Here we go. Hey, Seth and family, loving the content as always. Thank you, Dan. Off of your recommendation, I've bought the Salomon Ultra Glide, and wow, they are great. They honestly suit me better than anything I've ever put my foot on. Put on my foot. My question is, what road shoe may feel the same or similar to these for running up to marathon distance? You're actually putting me on the spot right here, right now. Oh, on the road, similar to the Ultra Glide, I would probably, that's a tough one. I mean, it's kind of interesting, but it kind of feels like it doesn't have a lot of twist. Okay, this is complete, just like going off my gut here, but the Saucony Tempest, even though the Tempest is a stability shoe, it's a gentle stability shoe, and it just, interesting. I mean, it's twisting similar to that Saucony, or to that Salomon Ultra Glide, okay? I guess the Ultra Glide is twisting a little bit more. That's a tough one, Dan. Anyway, thank you, Dan, for the comment of the day. Onward we go. Running shoe battle playlist. Running shoe battle playlist. Click on it right there. Lots of shoes going there right now. All right, onward we go. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.